Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel, Creative Coach Lisa, and I am Lisa Fulford. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today is December the 2nd, and it is my Technique Tuesday. And so I did a video last week, maybe it was the week before. But anyway, the last video that I did for a Technique Tuesday was a faux leather type of technique, and it was part 1. And so today is going to be part 2, and I'm using a brand new stamp set. It's called Unbridled Beauty. It is also a stamp set that will be coming out in the near future. And then I cased one of the cards that will go along with the stamp set. And what we're going to do is this faux leather technique that's just a little bit in the background, but that's the main thing that I'm going to show, is how to make this look like leather, and then also case the card. I did several changes. I did a different background, different type of DSP. I'll explain how I did everything, but I stamped the little horse and also darkened it up. So I will show you with what I already have prepared, and then what we have here, and then we will just add to the card that we're going to do. So it's called Unbridled Beauty. I will be using this stamp, this one, the horseshoe, and then also thanks for being a true friend. I think that's all for that. So I will set that to the side. We'll set this up here, and let's get busy with the technique. So this is just a piece of cardstock, and I think it might be Sahara sand. Nope, we don't have that anymore. It's basic beige. I forgot all about that. And so to make it look like this style of faux leather, then you just take a piece of this, and it's the width of the card. And when you're doing this technique, it probably does shrink up just a little bit, but I didn't notice it much on this card. So anyway, you just take it and you just start crumpling up your cardstock. You just kind of, the more you crumple it, the more divvy things that you have, and wrinkles and everything like that. You just kind of wad it up and just go in different directions with it, and try not to rip it. If you do, it's not that big a deal, but you're trying your best not to. And I'm just wadding it all up. It looks pretty crummy, doesn't it? Do some more wrinkling there on the edge. Now I'm going to bring in a scratch piece of paper. And it's one that I've used in the past. I guess I could flip it over so it doesn't look so ugly. And then, where is my VersaMark? I had it right here. I lose something oh, it's under here. Every time I do a card or anything, I lose stuff. All right, so I'm going to take this, and this is just the VersaMark watermark stamp pad, and I'm just going to go over the pieces here. I'm just going to stamp on it. Oops, I want to get quite a bit on here. So we didn't have to use the embossing buddy because we're putting it over the whole thing. Just like that. And I'm just, I want to make certain that I get it pretty well. Like right here, there's nothing on that corner. So I need some here and on this edge, because wherever you've got it really wrinkly, it doesn't do, you know, it's harder to get the ink down in those things. So that looks, you know, pretty good, well covered. See how shiny it is. So now I want to bring in, have this on my counter. I want to bring in this piece of just scratch paper, little scrap paper that I use for putting my embossing powder on. And I'm going to use the clear embossing powder. I'm going to just shake that on there. I'm just going to cover the whole thing. Just like that. And now I'm going to take my tweezers. I've got ink on my hands. I don't want it all over me. Now I have another one of these. I'm going to lay it on there. I'll dump this back in that jar. Usually we want to knock off as much of the powder as we can, but not this time. And now we're going to heat that up. See how shiny that is now. And it's rough. And it's got some divot areas and some that's not quite as shiny, as smooth. And so you just try to smooth it back out. And so there is our faux leather. And I'll show you how we're going to add it to the card. So we'll bring this in to measure things. I have 2 ink colors here. I have Early Espresso and I have Secret Sea. The Secret Sea, I'm going to take the horseshoe that was in that set. And I'm just going to do the stamping all around. Come down here. And that wasn't quite stamped there, so I just fixed it that way. All right, so that looks pretty good. We don't have to do anything in the middle just because we are going to cover that with what we just created, our faux leather. So let that dry. I'm going to close this up because I do believe we're finished with it. And then now I have this piece here, and it was just a piece of DSP that I grabbed, and it started out roughly 3 inches by 2 3/4. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping here. I did some of the stamping ahead of time, and I had this piece in case I needed to make another piece of the leather. All right, so we're going to take these little sprigs of like flowers or grass, what have you, and we're going to put that right in the middle, and then over here going off the side. And I've done the stamping for the sentiment. And I have two, one that's a little higher, one that's a little lower, so that if I need to adjust, I can. All right, so I'm also going to use this grid paper to help in attaching things. I want to line it up with my grid. I need it to lay down a little better. There, like that. So I'm going to put glue on the back of this. And like I said, when I said that it would shrink up, it's because of the how much you wrinkle it. I don't care if it doesn't go from edge to edge. I'll just make certain that it's equal. Now it is mine. This one is quite rough, so I need to make certain I get enough glue that will hold that in place. Flip this over, line this up, and that way I can make it fairly straight going across. Like that. So that is a pretty neat concept, isn't it? I'm going to put something heavy on that so that maybe it will hold it down while that glue takes a hold. I'm going to take and add my horse. I already stamped it, did the fussy cutting, put my embellishments on the back, or my dimensionals on the back. I'm going to go ahead and set that horse. I'm going to say right about there, maybe. I have to, I'll move it. And then I'm also going to go ahead and see about my greeting. And I have my bow already made. Grab glue dots. Oh, here they are. I'm going to grab just this little bit of one and roll it up and put it right here under horse's nose. And so I'm casing the card with my own twist to it. Add glue dots to the back corners. And then I'll add it here shortly to the other card, or to the rest of the card. Trying to get it straight with like that, and then we'll add more to it in a moment. I'm going to add glue to the back of this. Now, how I did the edges on this, I used the nested dies, and I took this and I put it through my die cut machine, stamp and emboss. Just a moment. Explain here in a moment. There we go. And I took and I put it, I taped it on, and I only put my plate to here so that it would not cut in the center, and did an edge on both ends. Now maybe I should have popped this up on the two far ends, but we're trying to get it to look glued down. Now I'm going to grab some more glue dots, just because that's so rough that it may not want to stick to it very well. This other one I didn't do quite that heavily. But you don't know until you try it. Okay. And there we go. And that is our card. Now I'm going to dress it up just a bit more. So you can see how this is just stamped and this has more definition. I'm going to fix that with my aqua painter here. Get everything out of the way. So I'm going to take this and we'll start with the tail and just start painting the aqua painter on there. Now I'm going to move on because you don't want to get this too wet. And if it does get too wet, just dry it up a little bit. And you just go over where the marks are that were put on there by the artist that designed this stamp. You just keep like tapping it and then filling that in a little bit more. And it darkens up that color. So I'm going to take the tip of this and just go down the bridle and underneath that jaw, and then just a little bit of liquid coming down. Just trying to fill that in and give it a little bit more definition. Missed the ears on this one. There we go. There is our card for our Technique Tuesday, and that technique is the part 2 of my faux leather. So there you go. So this one's a little bit more in depth, and it's has more of the crinkles. This here has some, but they're mainly covered up with the embellishments that I've added to it. That's the reason why I went a little heavier, so that it looks more authentic. And if these edges peel up just a little bit, that's fine too. It'll be good and glued down in the center. So there we go. There is our card for our Technique Tuesday for December the 2nd, 2025. And it's hard to believe that this year is almost over. And so I want to thank you for joining me for this technique. It is a lot of fun to do, and I hope that you enjoy trying this out. I'll put a link to the other video with this. I'll probably put it kind of up here in this top. It'll probably say like, or it might be another video just like right in here. But anyway, I will link that so that you can go back and look at the first one if you are new to this channel. And hopefully you'll catch me next time for my next Technique Tuesday. And I also will have Make It Monday coming around. Plus, I have started a new series of doing a 12 days of Christmas. So you might hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you could be up to date with all the future videos. So until next time, happy stamping!